It always gets darkest before a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful rainbow. It always gets dark. And, you know, like everybody in COVID, there was a lot of struggles. Right before COVID, I had lost who I considered a very dear friend. And for whatever reason, it just exploded. So I had 2-3 years where just nothing I touched went well. It seemed like everything just exploded in my face. And then this past October, I went to a wedding reception. I went to a wedding shower. And on my way home, there was a horrendous storm coming. And I thought, you know, I'm going to pull off to the side of the road and just let it go. So I pulled over, and, you know, I'm in the desert. I'm in Arizona, so you can watch storms coming. You can see the sun on the opposite side. And I thought, I'll just sit here until the sun comes, because when it rains here, streets flood fast. So when you're on the interstate, you have trucks going, you know, 80 miles an hour. They kind of blow all the other traffic away. So I sat down, I watched the storm come, and the rain was pelting and pelting and pelting. The wind, my car was shaking because it was so windy. And I just kind of sat there. I didn't have the radio on. I didn't have anything. I was just sitting there kind of staring out to space, you know, thinking over the past couple years and watching the wind and the storm and reflecting on the shower and how excited I was for the, you know, for the bride to be getting married, and just reflecting on my friends and, you know, the relationship that ended so poorly. And then the sun came, and I was watching the sun get closer and closer until it was over. It was a beautiful, beautiful day then. I could see the rainbow, and all of a sudden I heard a voice say, "Karen, meet the moment." And I sat there and I said, "Meet the moment." And I didn't get it. I you know, pulled onto the road, and off I went, and I went home, and I kept thinking about meet the moment. And then I realized that there's always moments in our lives. There's always turning points, things that change, that get adjusted. And if you're willing to meet that moment, if you're willing to stand up and look at that moment, and I watched that storm, and it was kind of a, I don't know, a parable. I can't think of the word. I was coming out of the storm. I was coming out of this 2 or 3 year storm of COVID. And on the other side was this beautiful, beautiful sun and rainbow. And it was like, meet the moment. The storm is passing. The storm is ending. Step up and be who you're called to be. Who are you anointed to be? And everybody has an anointing. So what were you anointed to do? What do you do with ease? And, you know, it's effortlessly, and it's a piece of cake, and it just meet your moment. And if you're not sure what it is, DM me, email me. Let's talk so I can help you meet the moment. Because when you meet the moment and you step up and you realize what your calling is, when you realize who you are and why you're here, it's life-changing. I have never felt this calm, this positive. I look at my life and I think, I need to change this. I need to tweak that, because I want to be the absolute best version of myself. And I would say for the first time in a very long time, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I can't wait to see who I am in a year and who I am in 2 or 3 years. And I want you to have this feeling of just knowing who you are, improving on your self-image, building confidence so your confidence cannot be rattled because somebody says you suck or you stink or I don't like what you do. You just look at it and you smile and say, well, obviously I'm not for you. You know, my people, I'm for my people. So obviously I'm not for you. So if you're in the storm of your life, this is a time for you to meet the moment. Have a great day, y'all.